Hi, I'm Chris Crystal. These are my thoughts on the market and the catalyst. So, this is strategic and momentum. And these are all my own thoughts. This is not intended to be research, publication, or indication of how you should be investing in your portfolio, but simply my thoughts on the market, the current events, and the longer term trends. Thank you and good luck. Last week, the biggest news in the market was about Bitcoin and the rapid fall from the top. Many people are predicting the end of it. I don't think it'll be the end, but I think the popularity of it, it does look like it's headed for a dead cat bounce. It's falling off a cliff looking at the chart. And many of the people who are invested in Bitcoin say this is a long term and it's an inflation hedge, and it's their way to create a different currency that they can use for investment. But there are several factors that would be very, very negative for it going forward. And what I'll do is discuss how China has impacted that, and of course, Elon Musk with his recent comments and what Tesla is doing there. But one of the key things, though, is NFTs. Many people are thinking that NFTs would be next, and I'm sure that the popularity of NFTs may be drawn down a bit. But the difference between, say, Bitcoin and an NFT is that you're charged a transaction charge. And that's why you had these trading platforms popping up to trade things like Bitcoin, to ensure that they would have transaction fees, very similar to a stock market. However, if the Bitcoin is not charging transaction fees because it's this unique body where people are working together through the blockchain and there are no transaction fees, then that doesn't matter. You do have custody of the Bitcoin. There are different agencies or industries holding custodies. Virtually every large bank has created crypto divisions in their wealth management and their ultra high net worth divisions. So Bitcoin looks to be far from dead. But getting into what would be some of the issues that are negative for it would be China, and China making it illegal. You notice that Tesla, which had been a big supporter through Elon Musk and his tweets and saying how they had purchased by March 31st of 2021 through the first 3 months of this year, 1.5 billion in Bitcoin had been invested. And impairment costs would be used, and fair market value would be used, but would not be added or accretive to the balance sheet, their consolidated balance sheet, only the impairments. And they had seen a $58 million loss and then a 128 positive gain. But now you're looking at a story where Tesla, after posting Chinese sales figures that were lower than what the market expected and lower than what had been before, Tesla has come out and said they're getting out of Bitcoin. And that is to me, clear indication of China telling Elon Musk how he can do business in China. And I don't think Elon Musk wants to spend a few months behind the wall like Jack Ma. Even though he could afford to also pay a $2.5 billion fine, I don't think that that's in his plans. And so when Tesla's getting out of it, it's a question of when do you see other companies getting out of the Bitcoin as well. And so Bitcoin's far from dead, but it is a story that's waning. And part of this is driven by the ESG environmental movement, the tremendous amount of energy needed to do the Bitcoin mining. On top of that, the cities, the five largest cities that they were doing it in, which were in China, and in all the way back in, I think it was 2019, China stating that they were going to start cracking down on Bitcoin. And now that they've been starting their, let's say, prosecution, upholding their judicial standards, you won't see Bitcoin in China. And so the electricity demands with the current movement in ESG will limit the amount of use of Bitcoin, which would also make it very easy to track. You do have cloud demands that would require the continued use of the blockchain, which again are dead giveaways. So the ability for Bitcoin to hide itself despite having blockchain, it's not likely that it would be able to continue. And so, thank you very much. This has been the focus on the North American side, and I'll be putting out other videos on the other parts of the world. But I figured I'd start with this one first today. And thank you very much for your time. Bye.